Young athletes spend a lot of their time training to get bigger, stronger, faster.
And perhaps the most important part of their body to keep healthy, though, is the brain. Fox 43's Tom Sadowski here to talk about how mental health impacts performance.
Yeah, it's such an overlooked and underestimated part of the overall success of a high school or college student athlete. It makes a big difference if you can be both physically and mentally strong, but for an athlete to reach their peak physically, it requires a better understanding of their health mentally. The physical skills are easy to identify. Pure talent elevates in competition. An injury to the body is also obvious, limiting a player's ability when they're not 100%. Not quite as easy to tell when an athlete struggles with their mental health. Maylin Leber is a grad student at Ship. During her softball career, she had trouble the season after returning from COVID.
You would walk around feeling like there was kind of a rain cloud over you and everything felt really heavy. So I'd kind of wake up in the morning and I'd feel those feelings, and they never really changed from my day-to-day, whether I was going to class or practice.
For me, if I just relate it strictly to sports performance, stress is stress, right?
Kerstetter's job is to improve the Raiders' overall athletic performance. More and more, he realizes it's imperative to address mental fitness.
Three biggest things that they can take care of is eat, sleep, hydrate. 100% in their wheelhouse of what they can control. If you're not mentally there, it can affect your sleep. And that affected sleep leads to a downgrade in performance. Not eating enough leads to a downgrade in performance. Not hydrating enough leads to a downgrade in performance. All of those factors that mental health has a relation to can affect their performance on the field.
One of the ways athletes at Ship are proactive about their mental health is by joining the Hidden Opponent, a national nonprofit advocacy group that gives students resources and support to discuss mental health issues. Club members are equipped to step in and offer possible solutions when they see a problem.
I've noticed some guys come in 2 or 3 days that are just not happy, just upset at everything, playing terribly. This is the first year I've gone up to them as a captain and been like, hey, why don't you take the next practice off? They take the next practice off, they sleep in, so we have 8 a.m. practices, and they're never fun. No one's excited for 8 a.m. practices. But they sleep in, they get rejuvenated, they take their mental health day, and they're back, and they're competing, they're contributing.
Finding support in a community lifted that rain cloud, and it truly, again, you see the light at the end of the tunnel and you find ways to cope with it, and then you do start to enjoy your sport so much more.
I would imagine your coach, maybe your teammates noticed the difference in you as that happened?
Yeah, I mean, you are a different player and you're a different person when you find the support and the resources for your mental health. And that's what our club is all about. It's giving those resources and, lending that helping hand.
A small percentage of high school athletes will go on to compete in college. That doesn't mean the pressure to perform is any less. A recent mental health symposium at Susquehannock High School in York County pointed out to coaches, parents, and athletes how mental health can improve your play and enjoy the experience.
Just being a kid, and to be able to see the pressures that sometimes the sports put on them or parents put on them, and just being able to balance that and understanding the tools that are necessary for us to do a good job.
The most important thing that I wanted to learn was how to deal with my mental health in high pressure situations. And sometimes those high pressure situations aren't just competition, but sometimes that's in practice too.
What have you discovered that you need personally to address or take care of?
Having supportive teammates and having supportive and understanding coaches. There's only so much you can do for yourself, and sometimes you do need other people to help you out. And I know that I've struggled with that. It's hard to ask other people for help.
The greatest athletes on the planet employ mental coaches to help them with visualization, game preparation, and how to combat performance anxiety. You don't have to be world class to understand taking care of both mind and body leads to positive results.
All about body awareness to be able to perform. So we know that, sometimes we focus on the mental health, but really it's like meditation and mindfulness and emotional regulation help with peak performance. And there's a ton of research coming out about that.
Not only does it make us better performers on the field as coaches and athletes, but it also makes us better husbands and wives and employers and employees. So anytime that we can equip both coaches and administrators and student athletes with general skills to lead a more healthy and successful life, we're better off.
Now, tons of variables when it comes to mental health. A possible solution for one student athlete may not yield good results for another. The important thing is to trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right as you play or compete, find someone you can talk to about it. If you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is available 24/7 by dialing 988. We also have a list of county-by-county mental health resources on fox43.com. Look, one of the added benefits of a club like the Hidden Opponent is to help athletes transition out of sports. A lot of times it's their identity. And last night's story about awareness and support, tonight's about solutions and results, can be shared at fox43.com.
Really important topic.
Yeah, good reporting. All right, Todd, thank you so much.